Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Wednesday night, and actually there was no AEW tonight, and I completed 3 pages on my comic book. If I can get another page in before I go to bed, that would be cool, but even if I don't, I'm still well on schedule, but the clock is ticking. I'm nearly done with it, but now I have to do a few more pages, 4 more pages to be exact, and then I have to scan it in or take some good... Hello, True Sinister! How the hell are you, my friend? Tonight, since I was saying I got a little bit of I'm on schedule for my comic book, and no AEW wrestling, so I figured... and we didn't stream on Tuesday or Monday because I'm on schedule with my comic book, so I thought it would be a good idea to stream tonight. And now, I am not one who tends to play first-person shooters. However, I did discover something interesting on the PlayStation that our good friend Retro Zoltan gave us. Oh, there's another thing we might want to do. Is I actually got a TV that I actually have had for a while, and I kind of dusted it off. This actually has progressive component on it, and that means we can actually play the PSP on it in the game room. Now, I did actually at one point, have a HDMI converter that I tried to get working on, both the gateway through VGA and then the 4K, and that converter just wasn't very good. So, the reason I'm saying this is that we may very well be able to play some PSP tonight, but I was really trying to think of a theme, to do for tonight, and it hit me that there's actually some really interesting, trusty PSP is correct, there's actually some, and Nick, and welcome, there's actually some interesting old extra first-person shooters hidden on this that actually aren't on the PC. It's actually really weird. This says Doom and Duke Nukem on it. So I thought that would be pretty fun to dabble in. We did see me try to play GoldenEye on this stream before, and that was a thing. Yeah, I beat the first level though, which is good stuff. So without further ado, we're going to try to tackle some first-person shooters for our 40th first-person 40 stream. This is our 40th live stream, which is pretty good. We're actually five subs away from 800. But I love Duke Nukem. Actually, Duke Nukem is probably my favorite first-person shooter. It's the shooter that I've had the most fun with, and I haven't beaten it or anything like that. But when I went to friend's house, that was the thing that we liked to play, and I was the best at. Mainly because I just grabbed the plasma rifle, and you could actually kind of get a little fast and loose with that, because even if you kind of missed, the ricochet effect of it would be quite good. So, yeah. So this is really weird. So I'm going to actually set up the camera. Now, I know we ended the last live stream playing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on the PlayStation Mini, and we actually just beat the strength level with the sexually perverted orangutan, which is a thing. So we beat him, and then it was getting late, so I thought we would wrap it up. And so if we do want to visit JoJo, it's right here. We have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in all its magnificent glory. Incidentally, one of the things I've been reading, not even so much reading, but it's kind of like a cross between audiobook and video comic. There's actually someone on YouTube who is voice acting every chapter of Steel Ball Run. So I've actually been reading Steel Ball Run that way while I do my comic book. I just basically have it on my phone next to me, and I've been kind of like watch reading Steel Ball Run, which is good stuff. Actually, I'm sure I've showed this before, but I don't have too many Japanese manga magazines, but I do have a few, and this one right here, this Ultra Jump, I pretty much basically recognized JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on this back in like 2003, 2004, and ordered it from Anime Nation And there is Gyro Zappelli in, so yeah, the April 4th issue of Ultra Jump. This has got chapter 24 in it, where it talks about Gyro's executioner obligations and so on and so forth. So, yeah, good stuff. And we also have our pimped out Famicom, also from Retro Zoltan. I believe the promo code is still in effect. Noel ComiX for 20% off everything in the Retro Zoltan store. Go to town. Seriously, if you're going to support anyone, you should support him. He's super cool. Anyway, I'm actually getting a new Bio Monster Jesus cartridge from Fancy Games. So that should actually be coming pretty soon, because the one that I have, I think something's just wrong with the make of the cartridge, and it just is glitching all the time. So this guy actually tested one out on a top-loading top-loading NES like I have, and he sent me some pictures. Looks good. About $60 lighter, but it's a rare, cool game, and it's a nice custom-made bright blue cartridge with some really nice sticker art. So, yeah. All right, so why don't we get on to playing some Duke Nukem on our PlayStation. This is kind of a hidden gem. Check this out. All right, so we'll set up our camera like so. I love this song. It's just such good stuff. Imagine if DPZ first-person shooter, instead of guns, it was key blasts and melee attacks. I'm almost positive that someone has done a hack on something to make that. I'm pretty sure I've actually seen a hack of, I don't know whether it's like Doom or Halo or something like one of those games, and someone actually did that. Alright, now if you hit select, hold on, you basically can get to these apps that are on here, and it's got like Wolfenstein 3D, an Amiga emulator, Doom, Duke Nukem 3D, Prince of Persia, Shadow Warrior, which I've never played Shadow Warrior, Tyrion, I've never played that. This Amiga emulator I've never screwed around with, but it looks interesting. So, we're going to actually check out some Duke Nukem 3D. We're going to hit the lights and get down to it. Okay, new game it is. LA Meltdown. I want a piece of cake. Piece of cake. Okay, now keep in mind I am terrible at first-person shooters. Trying to figure out where to go and what to do. How do I even aim on this here? I can already tell it's going to be a long night. Can you aim on this? So these I'm trying to get acquainted with the PlayStation controller. We are literally, this is like real-time me playing this game here. Got some body armor, so that's good. There's a fan, police line, don't cross. So I shot that. Will that let me down here? Yep. Alright, there we go. Alright, that thing's dead. I'm using up my ammo on this thing here. Is there anything in this box? No, I guess not. Nice atmosphere. At Biker Bimbos. This seems fun. Can I get in? How do I get in? It looks like I can't get in there. Alright. Never been one of those streamers to do first-person shooters, but there's a first time for everything here, guys. Alright, Alley, here we come. Alright. These kids, they talk about their Fortnite and whatnot. Duke Nukem. That guy would kick Fortnite's ass. Fortnite isn't a person, but it could be. I have no idea. Ooh, now we're inside. Dude, how do I aim, man? Can I aim on this? I'd love to be that guy, but many first-person shooters, similar gameplay. Ooh, more evil aliens here. Oh yeah, the one of them's in the freaking, he's in the booth. Okay, dude, can I aim? Oh, okay. Triangle's jump. Looks like circle is crouch. That's map. That's pause. Someone who's played Duke Nukem, can you aim on Duke Nukem, or is this just like... Okay, I'm trying to get to where that... Like, can I get to the booth there where that alien is? Something's shooting at me here. Ooh. Attack of the Beach Blonde Biker Babes. Oh, there we go. There you are. He's at the concession stand or something. L2. You don't aim on Duke Nukem. Thank you. It's like CSGO. Cool. All right, thank you, my friend. Hey, MP711. Welcome to the wonders of the Noel ComiX live stream. I have got to see Sister Act 3. Because, I got to tell you, I thought the original was mediocre. But something about this movie poster is really speaking to me. I think the Sister Act 3 is going to be for me. Really, really looks good. You know, they don't make bathing suits like they used to anymore, you know? Like, take a look at this. This is just some good stuff. Positive body image. All kinds of goodness. Alright, well, now that we know that we don't aim on Duke Nukem, that really helps me feel like I'm not screwing up. So we're just going to go take this elevator up here to the arcade. And here's some things trying to kill me. Now, it's actually really fun. In the comic book that I'm making... Oh, great, I'm out of ammo. No, I'm not anymore. Oh, what? I'm dead? Who killed me? Press open to restart. Who freaking shot me? Alright, whatever. So, I'm at the point in my comic book where mutant bio-android rats are attacking a fighting tournament in an orgy of violence. And that's what's going on. I'll show you the pages. It's actually really fun, because when I'm drawing the rats, I'm basing them on just pretty much whatever pops into my head. Hulk Hogan, Matlock, Pokimane, they're all there in bio-android mutant rat form. And I think they're pretty aesthetically pleasing. So I'll show you some pages if you guys are interested. What is shooting at me now? There you are, you sob. Come on, come on, come on! Take that. What's another one of those stupid first-person shooters kids play these days? You know, I like Rats from Joker or Splinter. Like the Rats from Joker. I don't know. I haven't seen Joker or Splinter. I'm just basically drawing a lot of like my favorite 90s celebrities and girls in high-cut bathing suits. Like One Pieces, you know, like in Baywatch. But I'm like making them, you know, just background characters and mutant rats. So it's good stuff. Come here, you... So I'm guessing, like, you jump and shoot. That's kind of what you do instead of aiming. Out of ammo. Come on, come on. Hi-ya. Can I kick this thing's head off or something? I need first aid. There we go. First Aid was the name of my 90s R&B group, by the way. You know, we had some powerful stuff. Color Me Bad. They really stole a lot from us. Okay, so there's either like an earthquake or something shooting at me here. Do I have ammo? I've got body... No, do I have no body armor? Damn it. There you are. Come here. Okay, got a gun. That's good. Alright. Up and at them. Splinter is from Team... Oh, Splinter! Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, now I'm gonna swear. I love Splinter. Yeah, Splinter's awesome. He's kind of like Splinter. The mutant rats are like bad though. They're like out of control. They're hopped up on synthetic drugs, and you know, they've basically been neglected in the basement of SUNY Binghamton because the university's been taken over by a fallen angel crime boss named Lenz, who never takes his sunglasses off. He looks like Tamori from Music Station. Will I win this contest? Who knows? I'm thinking probably not. What? Ugh. I mean, this is fun. I don't know if you guys are having fun watching me play this. You know, because I'm sure people who watch people play first-person shooters online, the people that play are actually, you know, good. But I'm a fighter. You know, True Sinister knows that. True Sinister, he is on the stream, and he is something of an expert at the 2D fighting games, which I so enjoy. You know, he understands the merits of those. And so, yeah, there's that. Not gonna lie, I prefer Doom. Well, we've got Doom. I will play Doom on this. But I wanted to start out with Duke Nukem, just because I really like post-apocalyptic stuff, and 90s bikini girls. And if you like that combination of things, there's really no better first-person shooter to play than Duke Nukem. I said this before, you know, we played GoldenEye on the stream, and that was a sight to behold. But luckily, my viewers really told me, hey, Noel, stop walking around in circles. This is what you do. So, yeah. What's that other game like Fortnite? I'm blanking on it. PUBG or whatever. I'm a teacher, so, like, you know, all my students are always playing those things. 23. I need first aid. Help. And a gun. I'm like Kevin Nash or Hulk Hogan over here. The Hulk Hogan's Big Boot Band. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. No, wait, no. American Made is the Big Boot Band. Like Fortnite, but better. Apex Legends. I missed GoldenEye. Doom Guy. My friend always plays Apex on Twitch. I have no idea what Apex is. I mean, I've heard of it, but, I mean, okay, here's the deal. Like, I don't ever watch Twitch. I think Pokimane doesn't seem like that great of a person, but she's really attractive. I mean, not as attractive as my wife. It's my anniversary, by the way. So happy anniversary to me. And Dr. Disrespect is just cool as hell. So I like Dr. Disrespect. But I never actually watch Twitch. I follow Pokimane and Alinity on Instagram just because I hear about them. And I follow Dr. Disrespect just because I think he's cool. But I'm actually not, I'm not on Twitch. And, I mean, I follow, like, Twitch drama through, like, YouTube commentary channels. Like, I know Twitch ended up putting some, like, Dear Shemale as the head of not public relations, but, like, some kind of, like, PR safety enforcer for anti-bullying. And then, like, the Dear girl went drunk with power or something. Like, I don't know. I just want to stay on YouTube and chill with my friends, you know? Twitch seems kind of crazy. Although, you know, I'll you know, definitely, maybe I can try to, like, start making some extra money by, you know, positioning a camera awkwardly and wearing a low-cut shirt. Try to give someone the girlfriend experience or something. I thought so. Oh, man! Ugh, that's terrible. Dr. Disrespect got banned from Twitch. Yes, I know. Thank you. Thank you on the happy anniversary. CSGO comp on Twitch. What is CSGO? RIP, not Rio. Oh, yeah, RIP. Dr. Disrespect, actually, he streamed on YouTube, and you know what I think happened? I've actually been following the Dr. Disrespect drama, and it seemed like Hogue Law is the best YouTube channel for that kind of thing. Dude, how the frick do you use, like, 67 health on the way down there? Like, is there another way down that won't cause me to lose health? Anyway, so Hogue Law is this lawyer who likes nerd culture, and he's actually just not some kind of crazy, you know, Polygon Forbes gossip columnist. So he basically uses his legal expertise as a lawyer to try to speculate on what the hell is going on with Dr. Twitch. And he speculates that, you know, Twitch just basically wanted to renege on the contract because Microsoft's streaming service went belly up, so there was no need to pay Dr. Disrespect an exorbitant contract. Kept thinking that circle was jump, but in fact it's triangle. So he basically thinks that, you know, Twitch just pretty much reneged on the contract, and Dr. Disrespect just kind of got blindsided. And, you know, I mean, he doesn't seem like he's woke. He seems like he's like one of those like kind of macho throwback caricatures, which I actually really like. But I don't know. I like Dr. Disrespect. I mean, who the hell knows what's going on with that? But I like Doc. He's cool. But I don't really watch a lot of his stuff. I just like see funny things of him through YouTube. I need a gun. A competitive first-person game. Gotcha. The competitive stuff I like to watch are fighting games. Like, nothing's cooler than watching, like, Daigo Umehara on Street Fighter 3, you know? Like, that's some good stuff. Or Alpha 3 or Zero 3. I think fighting games are more fun to watch because they're actually, like, people, like, watching fights is fun, you know? And with fighting games, it's, like, very artistic, especially when you have, like, a good Capcom or SNK game, and there's this really high-quality artwork by Bengus or Akiman. You know, first-person shooters are, you know, they're cool because they're first-person, and you're playing cowboys and Indians in a, you know, fully fleshed-out environment. But, I don't know, I like the art of fighting. Both the literal art of fighting and the game, Art of Fighting. We actually have one of the streams where I beat Art of Fighting 2. That game is ridiculous and a giant pain in the ass, but we beat it. Because I know how to work the AI. Probably not a good sign if that's how you got to beat the game, but that's how I know how to beat the game. Probably going to play Doom in a second here. I mean, I'm so bad at first-person shooters that we might just end up... I mean, I know I labeled this first-person shooters, so I'll play as many first-person shooters as you guys want to see. But you're probably going to get bored of me sucking at these games. But I'll happily entertain as long as I can. How about tactical military games? I have none of those. I don't have, like, any, like, I got no Call of Duty or anything like that. Alright, we can revisit Duke in a bit. I think I actually have to shut this off to get back to the... How do I get out of this? Quick game. There you go. You just quit the game, and that gets you back to the menu. It's Doom time! Alright, so MP711. Here you go. So, you know, Doom is everyone's, a lot of people's first time playing a first-person shooter. This is actually, you know, has the illusion of being a 3D game, but I actually believe that this is just 2D sprites done with, like, you know, where they create the illusion of 3D. Now, one of my favorite things to watch is absolutely Rose Street, the Sega 32X infomercial, and, you know, that came out in, like, 1995. And they're really big into emphasizing that 32X has got Doom, you know, and so they'll just say, is like, you know, Doom is coming to video games. And so they're all, like, really excited about that. I actually got into a back and forth, a friendly back and forth with Wrestling with Gaming, and it was actually a real honor, because I actually saw him, if you're going to play SNES Doom. No, I legit think, I think this is 2D. I think this isn't polygons. I'm pretty sure this is just sprites. Anyway, but I mean, I could be wrong. But Wrestling with Gaming, he did a video where he was making fun of Absolutely Rose Street. and I kind of thought like, oh, you know, you're dissing this, but he was actually like kind of making fun of it in a positive way. And I was so used to seeing like negative YouTubers, I just assumed he was like crapping on it. So I did like a response video, and he gave me a very thoughtful and nice response to my response. He's like, wow, somebody should do a response video to this. And since then, we've actually had a nice relationship. And relationship's not even really the right word for it. Like, we know who we are. Like, if I comment, he knows who I am and will give me a friendly reply. And that's about the extent of it. And he's, like, one of the best documentary filmmakers on YouTube, so it is pretty good. Yes, Noel and I play other games besides fighting games. I play RPGs and Sonic well. Not so much first-person shooters. All right, let's I'm too young to die. That's the setting I'm going to play this on. Okay, L2 is my gun. Can you aim on Doom? Looks like this plays pretty much the same as Duke Nukem. My mom got me the Rock version of Doom, like with Dwayne Johnson. Rocky Maivia. Dynamic is dynamic. Another word instead of relationship, perhaps rapport. Yeah, yes. Yes. I have a acquaintance level rapport on YouTube with Wrestling with Gaming. You a good guy or a bad guy? Oh, you're a bad guy. All right. Fine. I was like, oh, you look like a human, so you must be my friend. But then he started shooting at me, so I was like, oh, that's no good. Alright, just exploring here. Some planets. I've actually been watching a lot of YouTube videos of this guy called The Critical Drinker. He does, like, really excellent movie reviews while pretending to be a drunk guy. But he's Scottish, so he's, like, sounds kind of like the Highlander. It's good stuff. Anyway, so I was watching him, like, review Alien Covenant or whatever. It's really good. Really did some good critique of that movie. I mean, the movie sounds really bad. Will you go down? Ooh, first aid. Alright, we'll open the door like so. More stuff. I can't tell what's a door and what's not a door. Those things seem dead. No, it's a wall. Alright. That's an exit. I just came through the exit, though, right? Oh, yeah. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Oh, this is an elevator. Wow, I beat the level? Alright, well, that was the thing. That wasn't too bad. Alright, well, so far, so good. Alright, feel good about myself. Playing this on the lowest level. But we beat the first level. And, you know, I got a lot of students. You know, they always say that they want to be professional gamers and want to play, like, first-person shooters and stuff. And I always tell them, you know, if you want to be a pro gamer, you got to be disciplined, goal-oriented, know how to communicate, know how to entertain, and know how to analyze things. Those are all skills that you can learn in my classroom, so be quiet and pay attention. But, you know, I'm all for kids wanting to be pro gamers, you know. If you can do it, go for it, man. I'm not gonna crap on your dream. It's like a kid saying they want to be like a pro basketball player. It's like, yeah, the odds are against you, and you should have a backup plan, but go for it. What platform are you playing on? I'm actually playing this Hey Arrow, I'm playing this on the PlayStation Mini. It actually came with some PC apps hidden on it, and that includes like Doom and Wolfenstein and Duke Nukem. And I was playing Duke Nukem and was sucking it up, but it was fun. I like Duke Nukem because I like the style of the game. So now we're playing some Doom. I'm terrible at first-person shooters, as you well know as a loyal viewer of the stream. But we just beat the first level of Doom, and now we're going to go get some fresh air. That's nice. So that's good. Going up some stairs here. Someone I'm going to shoot right now because, you know, it's kill or be killed. You know, these guys, they don't play. They're soldiers and demon aliens or something. Either way, they don't seem too friendly, and I'm not going to... I'm going to shoot first and not ask a single question. Because, you know, that's the law of the jungle here. Wolfenstein, by the way, something Wolfenstein. Wait, what? Are you, like, trying to remember the lyrics to a song about Wolfenstein? I've never played Wolfenstein either. Like, I mean, I've played Doom and Duke Nukem. But I'm a console gamer, so these, like, all these, like, 90s PC first-person shooters that were, like, really popular... I never was a PC gamer, so I mean, I kind of just dabbled in them when I visited a friend who had a, you know, like a 90s PC. But, I mean, honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going around trying to... I mean, is there, like, clues, or do you just basically just, like, run around and kill things until you see the right button to push? I'm asking you guys, because I don't know. This is literally the first time I've ever played this game. You're here. I'm doing this right now. And, yeah. Let me put it this way. This is the first time I've ever played this game on my PlayStation, and first time I've played this game in years. It's an elevator, a dead end. It's an elevator. Alright. Something anniversary, no? Oh, yeah, that's funny. Okay, so I used to watch, like, Steve Harvey's got, like, he's on everything, like, literally. It's, like, I was gonna say I used to watch the Steve Harvey show. There's, like, a million Steve Harvey shows. There was one he did that was, like, on ABC. And there was this, like, 70s singer who sang this song called Butterball. And he couldn't remember the lyrics. And he was just like, Butterball, something, Butterball. So now every time it says something, I always think of that. I mean, ever since I was, like, in grade school. You know, it was another good show, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I remember I have, like, a wonderful memory of being in 7th grade. And, you know, on, for some reason, on, like, a Saturday night, maybe it was a Saturday night or a Friday night. I want to say it was on a Saturday night, and they were showing the TJF shows on Saturday for some reason. Or it could have just been straight up TJF. I don't know. I want to say it was a Saturday night, though. They had Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and I want to say they had a Boy Meets World on after that. And then I played X-Men Children of the Atom. I was in 7th grade. I played it on my Sega Saturn. It was like the summer of 1997. And just really good memories. Watching that stuff on like a 1970s color TV that I had. It was like this, it was like kind of like a, it was like a beast, that TV, you know. It had a, you could kind of like go on the back of it and there were all these like knobs and stuff. Alright, beat the level. Alright, good deal. Mark Curry has an issue with Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey looks like Mr. Potato. Without hair, he does. And yes, he really does. I remember, like, that Steve Harvey show I watched was when he still had hair. And, like, I mean, I'm all for the baldness, obviously being a bald guy. You know, black dudes can definitely pull off being bald on average better than white dudes. But, I mean, pretty much all you gotta have is confidence in a decent shaped head and the ability to grow facial hair. Or, like, or just facial features that are striking enough or balanced enough themselves so that you don't need hair, you know. to kind of balance out the baldness. I mean, everyone's different. Long story short, I think Steve Harvey pulls off being bald, but I pull it off better. But I'm a big fan of Steve Harvey. I like him on Family Feud, but I like Mr. Cooper even better. I remember being 03, like 03-ish Steve Harvey being a morning radio host. That's cool. Steve Harvey, he hosts literally everything. Okay, third level of Doom. Hey, we're doing decent. All right. I mean, yes, we're playing this on the absolute lowest setting. But we have beaten 3 levels on Doom. I don't know how many levels there are. There's a guy I'm going to shoot. I can definitely see what those absolutely Rose Street Gen Xers were raving about. This is pretty much, this is not a bad game at all. I mean, I knew it wasn't a bad game. But now I'm kind of doing okay at it. So I'm kind of seeing the appeal here. As someone who's terrible at first-person shooters. Now, I'm assuming that I should not go in this acid over here. Who's shooting at me? Oh, there you are. Oh, more people. I pretty much just follow where the people shooting at me are. And hopefully there's some kind of button I need to push to get me through the end of the level. And then those endorphins can flow. Because I've got a sense of accomplishment from doing something. That's another thing that I tell my students, you know, who are all like playing video games and stuff. Like getting a sense of accomplishment. You learn that from playing video games. You can apply that to school as well, you know? Now, all that being said, I'm actually I've developed a real appreciation for distance learning. But I understand everyone's different, you know, so. But I think a lot of us proved that, you know, we can do the distance thing. And that could be a way to, you know, give kids some more mobility. And watch one of Steve Harvey's 20 shows during school. Just, you know, be learning via laptop with Steve Harvey on, giving you, you know, comfort and reassurance with his sassy wisdom and Mr. Potato Head mustache. That's not an insult, by the way. That's a compliment. And True Sinister is the one that threw shade at Mr. Harvey. Steve Harvey. Mr. Harvey was my 12th grade social studies teacher. Incidentally, what the hell is up with Rick Ross throwing shade at Terry Crews? Like, I was listening to a Rick Ross song the other day. It was like a newer one, I think. He's like calling out Terry Crews. Like, I'm sorry that Terry Crews like disagrees with you on stuff, but don't call him a phony when you literally have a fake persona, and don't call him a sellout when you are literally a former corrections officer. And I don't think it's a bad thing that he was a corrections officer. I think it's a bad thing that he's like not living up to his own standards and acting like an a-hole. And I usually like Rick Ross because 50 Cent, you know, gives him crap, and I don't really like 50 Cent's bad attitude, so I usually think Rick Ross is a preferable option, but he's acting like a freaking jerk, man. And I think he's super talented, too. And, you know, and I know this is all just, like, stupid gamesmanship that these guys do just to draw attention to themselves. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just one person looking from afar. Did I die? What? Oh, it's dark. Is there a light here? Can I hit this? Do I have anything to turn on the light here? Can't see anything. I love Rick Ross, and I understand the Terry Crews thing. Wait, you understand Terry Crews' point of view, or you think you understand why Rick Ross is throwing shade at Terry Crews? Because to me it sounds like they just disagree on politics, but that doesn't make Terry Crews a sellout, you know? Do you know the song I'm talking about, Sinister? You seem like you're in Compton, so like you definitely... I don't want to say definitely, but you seem like you have your finger on the pulse of what's going on in hip-hop. You always like know a guy who knows a guy who knows Puff Daddy. Which is amazing. I wish I knew a guy who knew a guy who knew Puff Daddy. Can try to give him all those fan letters I wrote in 8th grade. I used to actually make comic books about Puff Daddy and the Notorious B.I.G. fighting Jefferson Starship in space. It's not a lie. It's a very real thing that I did. I love Jefferson Starship. I just thought the idea was funny. Pinned to the Cross was the Ross song. Ah, gotcha. It was with some guy named Flynn, is that right? I mean, I literally just heard it the other day on the radio. It was on Sirius. I think it's on like on channel 44 on Sirius or something. It's like the hip hop station. So like my Sirius, I got a new car that comes with Sirius, which is really cool. I'm lost here, by the way. I don't know what I'm doing. It's dark. I need a flashlight or something here. Okay, so there's another thing. Okay, did I get through it? And my Sirius is like, it's like 80s is my go-to. Then I've got 90s. Then I've got New Wave. It's just called First Wave, which is all like 80s synth pop. Then I have hip hop. And that's my dial. It debuted at the versus between Ross and 2 Chainz. Wait, like a battle rap between Ross and 2 Chainz? 2 Chainz is super smart. I really like 2 Chainz. Remember he went on like, who's that like psycho ambulance chaser lawyer lady who's on headline news? Is it Nancy Grace? And she's like blonde and angry all the time. And like she had 2 Chainz on, and I think she thought that 2 Chainz was gonna be stupid. And like right away she realized like, oh, this guy's like way smarter than me. You know? I mean, I understand, like, I don't know, man. I just, like, my whole thing, like, as far as, like, hip-hop goes, like, I mean, I get, like, defending yourself if someone, like, disses you or whatever, and I get, like, the whole idea of, like, venting and doing, like, violent poetry to vent your frustrations, but at the same time, don't be an asshole, you know? Like, seriously. Like, it doesn't make you look good. I mean, I think, you know, whatever, but that's just me. I don't care. I mean, I care enough to talk about it, but I don't, like, genuinely dislike anyone as a person because they said something I didn't like in a rap song. I might dislike you as a character. Okay. Is this the right way? Gosh darn it, man. We might just have to give up on Doom. Versus is a series of competitions where artists go back and forth playing songs from other discographies. That's actually really cool. Nice. I'm glad you're my friend. You can cue me into these kinds of things. Cause like I don't know, like I'm like really well versed in 90s hip hop. And like the 90s through like 2010s hip hop. And then once it kind of got into mumble rap, I kind of fell off of following it. But like I still like it, but it's more like now I'll like watch like Yo MTV Raps like on Pluto TV, or just I'll throw on like a rap station and it's like, oh, this song sounds good, and I have no idea who's singing it. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with hip hop right now. Oh, there's the thing. I'm not lost after all. No, it's an elevator. Ugh. Whatever. Thought that was like the thing I needed to hit. How do you feel about Cody versus the Brody Squash? Dude, I didn't get to see AEW last week because I thought it was going to be... I knew it was on Saturday, but I thought it was going to be on at 8 o'clock, and I didn't see it. So I have no idea. I think it's good, though, because I think Cody was getting stale as the TV champ. I didn't think... I mean, it was kind of weird, because I think Disco Inferno had a good critique. I mean, I think Cody as the TV champ was not a bad thing. I do think that Disco Inferno had a valid criticism, though, when he said, you know, what is the deal with Cody? Because he's kind of acting like a heel, just defending against these, like, no-name people. But, yeah, so I think Brody Lee is better, because the Dark Order, I think, is a cool gimmick, and I think him as... this like Vince McMahon style cult leader is really good, and I think this pretty much gives him it gives him more credibility, and it mixes things up. It makes Cody seem less quote unquote stale. And I mean, Cody is like, it's hard to play a face too, you know, because especially like, I don't know, when you're like an authority figure and you're a face, there's only so much you can do. If you're an authority figure and you're bad, you can kind of be like, oh, I'm like the analog for corrupt authority that exists in society. Whereas, you know, if you're just playing like, I'm a really nice boss, like, then you need to just turn that into a character. Like, you gotta turn it into, like, Ned Flanders or something. But this whole, like, I follow the rules of Dave Meltzer, and I love this business, you know? So, I told my friend Dark Order is the modern Dungeon of Doom. Dude, I wish. I was shocked when I heard Ray and Dominic on... I did not hear them on that show. I'm actually really interested to check that out. I watched SummerSlam at a friend's house. I thought it sucked. And that is not a slam on the wrestlers. I just can't... like, it's just so bad, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't like WWE. It's just... It's overproduced, and people are uncharismatic, and I don't know, man. It tries way too hard. I don't know. Like, just freaking... They gotta do one thing or another. They just see girls in bikinis or like 80s stuff, you know? Ah, jeez, I mean, some freaking demon things eating me here. I'm hearing voices here, so I'm sensing this is the right direction. There's an orb. Is that Donald Trump? And I say that as someone who doesn't dislike Donald Trump per se, but that looks like Donald Trump. As a teacher, I imagine you as a nice authority figure. I am. I'm a benevolent despot. That's what I call myself. I'm a man of the people. I thought SummerSlam was better than WrestleMania. That's not saying anything, though. WrestleMania was terrible. I don't want to be like one of those people that just like pisses on stuff, though. You know, like, oh, you suck. I'm just saying, as a wrestling fan, I don't dig WWE. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I find no one, I don't want to be anyone. I don't identify with anyone. The girls are good looking, and, like, there's some cool former TNA guys there. But other than that, man, I'm just like, no, I just don't like it. It doesn't know what it wants to be. So yeah, there's that. I don't know. I'm completely lost. I'm just wandering around here aimlessly rambling about wrestling. Which is, I guess, there's like worse things you could watch on YouTube. My guy at the bottom of the screen, he kind of looks like the Robert Pattinson Batman with the, you know, with the amount of eyeshadow he's got on. My friend's bus that was supposed to take him to work, and he said he couldn't afford Uber transmission. I cashed apped him $90. All right, good for you, man. Talking about Uber. All right. So there's this like really, really annoying commercial for Lyft that keeps coming on Pluto TV and Retro Crush, which is like a lot of how I watch my anime. I just watch like random old anime and whatnot, shockingly, right? And there's this commercial for Lyft with this like lady who sounds like Maya Angelou or something screaming about mastodons. I'm like, please go away. This commercial is on like 4 times in a row. Your voice is super annoying. I just want to watch Jetman or Project Echo in peace. Stop screaming about, like, mastodons and good morning and, like, inspirational music of people wearing surgical masks. Like, I support surgical masks, but you're super annoying. Can I jump on Doom? Like, I see there's people in here. I'm trying to shoot at them. I want to say, like, if there's people in there, that's got to be my way forward. Can I snake around here? No. How many people are watching this? 4 people watching this. All right, that's fine. That's better than I expected, because I'm sucking it up in this game. The bus was extremely late. Dude, so I used to spend a lot of time in Binghamton, New York, where I went to college. And the taxis in Binghamton are freaking abysmal. Like, my grandfather was literally dying, and they didn't give a shit to pick me up. You know, and I'd call them like an hour ahead of time. I was freaking furious at them. Then, like, okay, so I would, like, park my car in Cortland, because, you know, like, it was just easier to ride the buses in Binghamton. But sometimes you get out of class too late, and you'd have to take a taxi cab. Now, there's actually this really cool Kurdish taxi service, and the guys were, like, crazy awesome. But before them... Can I shoot this thing here? But before them, there was just, like, these, like, shitty taxi services. And by that, I mean, you know, they, wouldn't pick you up because, like, the bitchy lady who drove the taxi would sit in parking lots playing scratch-off tickets and, like, be, like, 2 hours late picking you up. And then she'd say that you weren't there when... I'd, like, hear her boss saying, what happened with that last call? And she's like, oh, he wasn't there. And I'm like, yes, I was. I'm in the back seat. Like, when I was in elementary school, there was this, like, one of my best friends. He would just, like, do stupid shit. Like, put whiteout on the radiator, get caught by the janitor, and then blame the janitor to his face for putting whiteout on the radiator when the janitor is looking at this kid holding the whiteout. Like, what are you doing? This is the kind of person that is driving taxis in Binghamton, New York. How do I get out of here? Is this it? Yes! Freaking finally! We did it. We beat the level. Wow. We've been playing this for almost an hour. But we've beaten some levels here. That's good. Alright. How many levels are in Doom? Let's see. So we've done 1, 2, 3... Alright, whatever. So it looks like... I don't know if we're going to beat the whole game here. Maybe we can play some Wolfenstein or GoldenEye if we're really... Are you guys liking Doom? Or is this just so painful for me watching first-person shooters that you're like, for the love of God, play a fighting game that you're good at? Or Sonic. Dude, my Sonic livestream got a ton of views. Like, I mean a ton for my channel. You know, but like right off the bat, I got like 80 views. Like, usually these streams get like 24 views and top out. Which is fine. I'm cool with the cable access numbers. I have some videos that like get like crazy numbers, but then I have like, you know, like some of the day-to-day stuff doesn't do much. And by crazy numbers, I mean like it's mostly because like I'll just find like really cool obscure Japanese stuff that, you know, I just happen to have that other people don't have, and then I want to share it with people, and then they get super appreciative. And like those videos tend to get lots of hits. Like the ambiance X-Men music. I think people have been starved of Sonic content for years that they'll look everywhere for it. I will pretty much stay on regardless. Anything goes. Some folks just get lucky enough to find this place. Aw, man, thank you. I'm going to start crying. And not because I'm that bad at Doom. So. Is this door locked? No, I can't do anything with it. You know, on the topic of Sonic and first-person shooters, there was this guy who was making a really, really, really good homebrew of Sonic Extreme, and for whatever reason he stopped and like turned it into a Quake fan project. It's like, dude, what the frick are you doing, man? Like, who the hell wanted to see Quake on Sega Saturn when you're making the Sonic game that everybody wants to see? Like, I mean, this guy can do whatever he wants. It's his own time, it's his own skill, you know? But I was, like, following that project. It was called, like, Sonic Z Stream. I was, like, following the project on YouTube and was, like, really excited about it. I was hoping he was going to finish it and I could finally play Sonic Extreme on Sega Saturn. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I heard he stopped, like, people are saying, oh, he stopped developing it. Now he's making this Quake game on Sega Saturn that has transparencies. I'm like, what? Who asked for that? Because I know everyone's been asking for Sonic Extreme for 30 years. I need my Quake with transparencies, damn it. But good on this guy for turning Sonic Extreme into a Quake emulator. Emulator is not even the right word. Turning into a Quake fan brew. I don't know. I kind of want to get the 32X version of this game, just because of the Absolutely Rose Street commercial, or Absolutely Rose Street infomercial, and just to beef up my 32X collection. I've heard it's graphically good, but doesn't have any music. Although the music in this game is like nothing to write home about. But it's better than nothing, you know? Floating suits? I guess I can pick those up. Wee. So True Sinister, I saw you like Blade Runner, because that movie is freaking awesome. I love that movie. I remember, okay, so my favorite movie is Bloodsport. That's like the greatest movie ever made. But my favorite smart movie is Blade Runner. And I'm in freaking acid here. Can I get out of this? Oh, good, first aid kits. Ooh, I get up to like 100% here pretty much. Yeah, Blade Runner is like one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen. I haven't seen the sequel, though. But there's this one time I had the flu, and I literally did nothing but watch Blade Runner for 3 days. Because it was, like, that good. Doom 32X plays well with terrible music, supposedly. That's what I've heard. I've heard it doesn't even have any music. Am I being poisoned here, or are the lights just flickering? I got a cool gun. That does me no good. Yeah, there we go. I guess back in the plasma here. Okay. Going back up these steps. This looks like I'm in some kind of like space age grocery store or something. Wow, these things got some blast power here. Don't did that at short range, and I think I got the worst of that. Is this a plasma gun? No, it's not. Well, whatever it is, I'm out of ammo on it. I hear like the demons squealing here, dude. And they sound like raptors. And you know what I'm thinking? I was saying this at the start of the stream. I've been kind of watching the animanga of Steel Ball Run, and I was just watching the Scary Monster chapters where Dio turns into a raptor. That is some cool stuff, man. That is. I like how the raptor says Dio on the back too. Yeah, Steel Ball Run Dio was cool. I mean, like thus far, he seems like less of a D-bag than the actual Dio. I kind of respect him because, you know, his, like, mom took care of him. I kind of relate to that. But he seems like a bad person, though. But he can turn into a dinosaur, and he looks cool. Which is cool. I don't know, something about a raptor who's got, like, the pattern of the word Dio on his back. That is just some cool stuff. Okay, so here's my honest critique of this game. It's good, it's fun when you succeed, but it's a little confusing, and I could see it getting tedious for someone who is not kind of naturally inclined to playing first-person shooters. Yeah, you know, I definitely, it's good. Not my forte, but not a bad game by any means. Obviously. I mean, as far as first-person shooters go, this is definitely one of my favorites. And I say that as someone who's played not a lot of first-person shooters, but I mean, there's a reason that this one really set the mold. What is read this? Yet all 3 episodes knee-deep in the dead shores of hell. Ask about the hint manual, MasterCard, American Express. I can, like, I wonder if that 1-800 number still works. It obviously doesn't. Get out of here. Wait. Okay, come on. Can I get, like... Oh, there we go. Okay. I mean, I might quit playing this, but I didn't want to, like, quit playing it against my will. What's shooting at me? There's guys up there. There you are. There you go. Ooh, a gun. And armor, too. Alright. Shoot this barrel and see if anything happens. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, like, stay talkative here. But I'm just kind of befuddled at this point in the game. Because now it's, like, requiring more dungeon crawling and whatnot. And I have, like, a terrible sense of direction. I mean, I backtracked on Final Fantasy VII Disc 2 and leveled up, like, 30 levels ahead of where it was supposed to be. Because I had that bad of a sense of direction. I literally climbed back up the mountain that you snowboard down. Because I missed a very obvious doorway. Which, to be fair, could easily have been part of the pre-rendered graphics in the background. But, yeah, that's how bad my sense of direction is. There's, like, a reason I, tend to just, let my wife drive on the highway. I mean, I know how to drive on the highway, but, I don't have a good sense of direction. If I don't have a GPS, I'm really uncomfortable. I mean, I can figure it out, more or less. No, I can't. But I can control a car. That's the good thing. And, I mean, I can find my way to the place that I'm getting to. But if I'm without a GPS, it's going to be like... I'm going to be late. Like, hours late, Ooh, here's something. If I can kill this thing, I can get that first aid kit. There you go. Get that first aid kit. There's a care package that I'm sure Mo dropped from his parachute after saving Homer from Drederick Tatum. Homer... Why does it say you're going to fight Drederick Tatum? Well, I was going to surprise you, but happy anniversary, baby! That's like literally, that is absolutely one of the best episodes of The Simpsons. I like the box. It's hysterical. Mike Tyson is my favorite boxer. I think I have Homer Simpson syndrome. Because, like, I can get punched in the head and can take the blows pretty well. Not that I'm not trying to, like, brag. I'm just saying, like, at least in my experience, like, I've got a pretty hard head. Exit. How do I get to it, man? Can I shoot it? Can I shoot the exit? After I beat this level, we're going to play something else. But I'd like to beat this if we can. One thing I don't like about first-person shooters is just the, like... when you're just, like, slamming up against walls, and all you see is wall, Like, where am I going? What am I doing? Why is there a wall here? I have a feeling I'm going backwards, but I can't seem to do anything in that other spot. Mike Tyson. Yeah, I love Mike Tyson. He is by far my favorite combat athlete. And this is one of, in general, my favorite athletes. I love his... I love peekaboo boxing. I think it's just the coolest, prettiest fighting style. Well, the prettiest fighting style is Jean-Claude Van Damme's cinematic ballet martial arts. But I don't know how effective that would be outside of a simulated Kumite, but, you know, whatever. Ooh, this is a big gun. What's my ammo on this? 200. All right, lots of ammo. Man, I gotta get out of here. So there's some dead guys. I've definitely already been in here. Got some extra ammo. Talking Blue Head. Poison. Not the cool 80s band. Ha ha ha. Or the controversial Final Fight character. I contend Poison is a girl. And, you know, but whatever. Choose your own adventure. Damn. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Now that I'm getting lost in this game, it's really making me appreciate over-the-top RPGs. And I'm not talking like over-the-top in terms of craziness, although I do like that. I'm talking like, I'm talking about like over-the-top with like that kind of view, where you can see everything. Have you played or owned KOF 99? Yes and yes. I have KOF 99. If you want to play it, we can play it. I've got it on a few different things. I've got it on... Is KOF 99 on the Neo Geo Mini? I mean, I've got KOF 99 on PlayStation. That was where I first got it. And I've also got KOF 99. I've definitely got it on Dreamcast, and I've just got it on some different things. I like KOF 99. K-Dash is one of my favorite characters. I don't like playing as him that much. I just think he's a cool character. And I like playing... I take that back. I like playing as him, but I'm not that good at playing as... I'm okay at playing as him. I'm much more of a Terry Bogard, Ryo Sakazaki kind of guy. Alright, if we're not out of this level in 5 minutes, we're playing something else. We'll do a fighter to refresh our palate, because I'm not good at these games. Although, I don't know, maybe I'll try a little Wolfenstein. Like, dear God, no. Just play some King of Fighters. Play something you don't suck horribly at. That's not me being, like, beating myself up, either. I'm soberly honest about this here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. There's just, like, levels here. You know what this makes me feel like doing? Watching an episode of ECW on Empire Television at 1:30 in the morning. Seeing Francine and all her stuff. That's a good sign. Damn it. Back to this thing here. Is something down here? I do like the alien vibe this game has. Which version? Oh, you're right, because 99 is the first KOF on PS1. It feels stiff compared to the PS2 KOFs. Yes, I agree. 99 is supposed to be that way, or if it was poor porting. My criticism of the PlayStation version of KOF 99 is the load times are pretty bad. You know, the amount of loading that's done in between fights really kind of slows the game down. And I mean, I think it's graphically very pretty, but compared to like Alpha 3 on the PlayStation 1, I definitely was like, when I played KOF 99, this was my initial impressions of it. I was like, this game is good, it's really good, but it doesn't look as good as Alpha 3, and the load times are a bit long. But it is what it is. And definitely, you know, it was a slight learning curve playing KOF 99 after only playing Street Fighter. You need a yellow key to open this door. Okay, so where the hell is this yellow key? Do I need a yellow key? I mean, I know I need a yellow key, but is this like something I need to beat the level? Or is this something that you need to get some kind of bonus thing? Either way, if I can't get out of here in the next 2 minutes, we're going to play something else. I see something yellow. Is that the yellow key? I found the yellow key, but now I'm stuck in acid. You know, if I could just jump, this would be a hell of a lot easier. Yeah, there's the yellow key. Some freaking demon is shooting at me from over here. Come on. Got my Rambo gun. Rah! Oh, I got 3% health left. I'm just going to end up dying here before I can quit out of frustration. There's a metaphor for life. No, I don't want to be pessimistic. As you work increasingly difficult jobs, you say things like that. But you need to stoically continue. Like when I worked at Kinney Drugs and had to deal with a whole host of friendly meth heads. You know? Don't do drugs, children. Please, just don't do it. I mean, unless you like losing your teeth in scabs. Sweatshops. I hated factory work. Well, think of it this way, dude. Marxist romantics will love you for being part of the proletariat. There you go. But, yeah, that's also what you're describing is also the reason why Marx calls for revolution. I had a friend who worked in a, I think he still does work in there. I'm going to die here. Ah, well. Wah, wah. We gave it a good run, though. Well, there that is. Okay, so we've endured a lot of me sucking at first-person shooters. We should play something else. Let's play some Vampire Savior that I'm not terrible at. My friend worked in a factory and it sounded really not great. Mainly because there was poor worker protection, high turnover, and long hours. So there was that. Ah, Capcom. Let's get some Bangus artwork, some dynamic poses, some pretty girls, some cool guys, and some gameplay that where you're not just like moving the camera around in a circle and smashing your face against a wall. So this is what this live stream is. So, you know, hopefully my commentary was enough to, you know, help you endure me not being good at Doom and Duke Nukem. But now we're gonna play some Vampire Savior, some Dark Stalkers. And we've got Lilith and Morgan here. We got Dimitri and Jetta. I really should get this on the Saturn, because that's going to be the best version. I actually have a hard copy of this, but it's Darkstalkers 3, as opposed to Vampire Savior. And I want to say I got that at Hollywood Video when they were liquidating stuff. Or just selling their games for cheap. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, the cool thing about working at Kinney Drugs was the people I worked with were really cool. I like Donovan, he's cool. Lilith. Let's be Lilith. We're like never Lilith. Rogue Drums! You are just in time to see me not being terrible at first-person shooters. Instead, we're playing some Darkstalkers, the Vampire Savior. Yes, and that's a good thing, because Alpha 3 has, like, literally the best music in the history of, like, fighting games. Oh, this feels so much better than playing a first-person shooter. Like the nice attention to detail here. Like, I love to do that kind of thing in my comic books too. I think I got it from playing these kinds of games. Is drawing people in the backgrounds. Like, that's one thing I've always loved about Capcom games is just how all the cool things they put in the backgrounds. Alright, Lilith wins. Morgan's sentient soul chunk, who likes to be in provocative positions here, doing her yoga and whatnot. What games are you sucking at? Well, I got to the 3rd or 4th level in Doom, and then I got lost and kept falling in acid, and that took a while. And then I couldn't get out of the 1st level in Duke Nukem. And I really like Duke Nukem, but I'm just not good at it. And that's that. So I was thinking to myself, it's like on the PlayStation that I got from, so my hacked Retro Zoltan PlayStation, it actually comes with some first-person shooter apps on it that I guess are just built into the program, or he just threw in to be nice. Because if you press select twice, all of a sudden you start seeing, like, these 90s first-person shooters. So I was like, oh, you know, first person and 40 rhyme, and this is, like, the 40th live stream. So I thought it would be fun to, like, do some first-person shooters, plus a lot of people who stream play first-person shooters. I just have a terrible sense of direction, and I just get lost, and they're just, like, they're not that artistic either, you know? Like, these Japanese games, it's like, I want a spectacle-based fight with beautiful manga characters. Like, that's what I want to play. And I want cool Japanese, like, synth pop playing like I'm at a nightclub. And that's what I get with this game. So, there we go. Now, here's a nun who's wearing a naked cat costume. You know, fighting a succubus here. So, wearing, like, kind of a cross between a gymnast and Baywatch costume with bat ears, and that's what we have here. It's some good stuff. I also love figure drawing too. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm great at drawing figures. I like it though, and so I really appreciate the form that Capcom really does. I think, you know, they really got really good at that from doing the Marvel games, which are based so much on dynamic poses and figure drawing shorthand, you know? Nice with the freaking tambourine there. She's got to be like someone's girlfriend in a band. It's like, I want to be in the band, play the tambourine. Feast of the Damned, which is dinner at Roseanne Barr's house. No, I don't know. I just, I wanted to make that 90s joke. Remember the Family Guy where, like, John Goodman, like, wouldn't let his family eat? Like, the child tries to grab for food and he puts his fork, like, down in front of his hand. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Now, in SBC Chaos, Dimitri really... they really accentuate Dimitri's, like, monster bat form. In this game, it flashes so quickly you barely see it. The guy in the background looks like Gil from Radical Dreamers, who's actually Magus. Man, I could just listen to this music on a loop for quite a while. It's Boletta, known in the States as BB Hood. Working at Doug's has really been good. Oh, dude, so... Alright, so here's the deal. Okay, so hang on a second. Alright, I'm buying dinner for my family on Friday, so maybe I will get some Doug's. Tuesday and Thursday have off tomorrow. Cool. I'm doing pretty good with orders. Was up front much all day. Wednesdays are really busy for some reason. Working again Friday night. Yeah, okay. So I will probably we can make it official here. Every Friday we do takeout and we alternate between my turn and my wife's turn to pay. So I'll get some Doug's, and Santino will probably just want a Happy Meal though. But it's been a while since I've had some slaw. Like, I do love my coleslaw. My wife doesn't like coleslaw, so what we'll probably do is, like, she'll probably get some kind of, like, fish basket, and I'll have 2 orders of coleslaw. Like, so I think I was, like, complaining about Cortland Seafood, who has, like, really, really good seafood. But, like, they don't measure it for you. You have to, like, kind of measure it yourself on the fly. And and then so, like, I had, like, way too many scallops and no coleslaw because they forgot the coleslaw. And it's like, I really want coleslaw with my fried fish because it really refreshes the palate after. It's a nice balance, you know? I watched a lot of Iron Chef. So I'm really into all that, like, you know, culinary arts. Not me personally. I know how to make pasta and pizza and cereal. That's what I know how to make. And I make those things well. You know what else I make well? Ice cream sundaes. And ice cream floats with international coffee. That's my secret ingredient. If you throw international coffee in an ice cream float with Pepsi and vanilla ice cream and whipped cream, it's going to be really good. I don't know how good it is for you, but it is really good. Everyone orders slaw or mac and cheese. Did you name Santino after that Santino? I named Santino after Santino Marella. What Santino are you talking about? Santino Marella? Or Santino from The Godfather? I hate The Godfather. I hate Italian mobster movies. The only Italian mobster thing that I like is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, because the mobsters in that aren't douchebags. Like, I'm Italian, and I know what bad Italian people are like, so the whole idea of, like, romanticizing abusive Italian people and romanticizing abusive behavior has absolutely zero appeal to me. Because I've seen family members get burned by, like, the kind of crap that they're romanticizing in those movies. Not mob violence, but just the whole attitude, you know? So I have, like, very little patience for... there's that nice summer dress right there. Good stuff. Yeah, so I don't like mobster movies, except I love Golden Wind. That's, like, one of my favorite animes of all time. But, like, all the mobsters in that are, like, green-haired fashion models in mesh shirts who adhere to hyper-macho codes of honor. You know, so there's that. I mean, there's, like, there's a couple, like, gay hitmen, which are kind of weird, but, like, they're actually cool characters when they're not, like, malicious psychos. But that's because they're in a cruel mafia world, not because they're inherently malicious psychos. But even then, they have their macho code of honor. They don't want, you know, their partner to get killed. You know, like Talking Heads and... Who was the other one that got chopped up by Green Day on Diablo's orders? I don't know. Sorbet? No, it wasn't sorbet. I can't remember. They're all named after Italian food. Anyway, I love Gold Experience Requiem. That's a really cool stand. Actually, my favorite stand is Chariot Requiem. And I actually made one of my characters a morbidly obese house cat power up in my comic book, and it looks like a Chariot Requiem with a Bret Hart logo on its chest. So there's that. I'll take it for whatever it's worth. I love Morgan's music in this game. I rock Santino to sleep to Darkstalkers music all the time. Yes, Santino is named after Santino Marella. I was thinking about, like, I don't know, like, I mean, you know, if I have another kid, I was, like, thinking about potential names. Dio Brando does sound really cool. Like, Dio Passery, I don't know. But Dio's, like, such a bad person in the comics, so I don't know. Dio is a cool name, though. But I don't know, I really like just having one kid, too, because, I don't know. I mean, I was an only child, that's what I'm used to. Santino's my best friend, it's good stuff. We've just been, like, drawing our comic. Like, I'm doing that Shonen Jump comic, and, like, he just sits next to me and draws his kind of equivalent of it. It's really fun. And then we just watch Peppa Pig and play Street Fighter and talk about Peppa Pig and Street Fighter all day. And Darkstalkers. My Friday shift is 4 to 9. Well, you'll be there when I get dinner, so. The Deserted Chateau. So Lilith just goes right to Morgan. She doesn't fight Jeddah. I really want to get the PlayStation 2 collection with D. Like the Fallen Donovan. I know I've said that in other streams, but it's true. Darkstalkers lore is pretty cool. I actually don't mind. Santino and I really like to actually watch the Weird American USA Darkstalkers cartoon. Because that's, like, you know, more appropriate for him. And he's not going to get, like, you know. I haven't seen, like, the OVA, but it seems pretty violent. And, like, Santino with violence, like, he, like, is, like, either unfazed by it or, like, gets scared by it, you know. So I don't want to risk, you know, it's kind of unpredictable, so. I mean, like, not, like, real violence, like, cartoon violence, you know. Oh, yeah, Lilith will get knocked out because she knocked out Morgan. Because they share the same soul. My name is it turns out a cap. You know, one thing I don't like about modern comics is how, like, panels lack, like, illustrative quality. A lot of it's just like, oh, look how well I'm drawing this. There's no, like, oh, wow, this is a really good illustration. You know, so it's just like, you can tell, like, someone went to art school and knows how to draw figures. Which is good, you want to do that. But take a look at this picture here. Like, if this is, like, to me, like, a really good comic book panel. Your check was only $997 for no SVC Chaos. Okay, so we're going to do a GoFundMe here to try to get True Sinister an extra $3. So he can get me SVC Chaos, SNK versus Capcom on my Neo Geo. Now, I will sell to Santino, you say hi. Awesome, man. Alright, so, yeah, I have it on the Xbox, but, you know, the world is not enough. We need to get that on the Neo Geo, so we need to get True Sinister an extra $3, so he can use his hip-hop connections to get me the SVC Chaos on my Neo Geo. So go and tell Snoop Dogg's sister to give you $3 and then get me that game. So there you go. We'll work it out. Yeah, there we go. Pokemon. I'm actually gonna get a drink after this here. Not like an alcoholic drink. Although I would, I just don't have any in the house. You know, like, my favorite summer alcoholic drink is, like, the Not Your Father's Root Beer, and I can't freaking find that anywhere. Like, I am not a fan of beer that tastes like soap. So I don't like hoppy beer. Like, I don't like pretentious hipster beer. I mean, I'll drink it if everyone else is drinking it, but, like, I'm not a big fan of it. But I really like a nice, refreshing, like, rum and coke or like a not your father's root beer type thing, like a soda, like a spiked soda. So they don't have not your. I look around for it. They don't have enough either corner store that I go to. So all right, I will also look forward to seeing you on Friday. And I'm almost certainly going to get the shrimp basket because I love shrimp. So I've not had not your father's root beer. It's really good, dude. It's like root beer with a buzz. So I don't know if they still have it or not. There's a place in upstate New York called PNC. Rum and Coke is a big college thing. I love rum and Coke. When I go to a restaurant or bar, my drink of choice is usually rum and Coke. Unless you're going to the Green Arch and then get an old fashioned, which is like really good. Like this like old school Italian American restaurant in my neighborhood makes absolutely the best it's the best alcoholic drink you'll ever have. Like I don't get drunk or anything like that. Like I'll just have like a couple drinks or whatever. But that drink is phenomenal. It's really, really good. There's like a lot of alcohol like doesn't really taste that good. It's just like, oh, it's kind of an acquired taste. That drink tastes really good. And so does not your father's root beer. So, I said I have had it. Oh, I think the not is what threw me off. I thought you said, I have not had your father's root beer. And so I just glanced at it. But yeah, so yeah, you know the score. It's good stuff. I'm going to go get a beverage right now. Let's see what we have. It's not much. It's water. It's either water or milk, or maybe cold coffee. But like, coffee's not the best thing to drink when you're thirsty. Normally I make a pot of coffee before I do these things, but for whatever reason I didn't. What do we have here? Let's see. This is the fridge. We have 2 kinds of milk. Wow, they're balling over here. And then we have some grape juice and pizza sauce and half. Truly, this is living. So we're just going to get some water. But check this out. Yeah, this very cool refrigerator that gives us water. I want po' boy shrimp now because of you mentioning shrimp. Cool. You know, I'm not familiar with like the LA fast, like the kind of the Cali fast food. Was it Roscoe's or something? Like, did they do like chicken or something like that? I remember I was like watching in Arsenio Hall. Like, do you remember when like Arsenio Hall came back for a brief period in like 2013 or 14? No fancy dinner for you, Mrs. Yeah. No, actually, she made burgers tonight. It was really good. She made it on the George Foreman grill. Actually, last night I made pizza, and my pizza is really good. There are several Roscoe's. Nice. Is it good? Because I remember there was like an Arsenio Hall where this, like, kind of nice guy, like, you know, like a nice, cool guy, was like going out, like he took this girl he liked to Roscoe's, and she was kind of like this typical kind of stuck-up girl. Nothing against like the ladies or anything like that, but you know how it goes. You know, when there's like kind of like a nerdy nice guy and then a kind of a prissy girl or whatever. And they were like going out to Roscoe's, and Arsenio Hall was like trying to get them together. It was like really, really funny. I like Arsenio Hall. I thought he was a jerk to Vanilla Ice though, but other than that, he's cool. Come to Doug's Fish Fry in Cortland and get yourself a po' boy. Yes. Yeah, dude, what the hell happened with that? Because Arsenio, he came back, and then Jay Leno actually came on his show and was like, you're renewed for a second season. And I was like, oh, that's good, because I actually really like the show. And I remember when they were talking about, like, the late night wars, Arsenio Hall's like, why is anyone mentioning me? Because I actually competed against Johnny Carson. Because there was all that drama between Jay Leno and Conan. Because they were talking about, like, oh, there's Dave Letterman, and then there's Conan O'Brien and Jay Leno, and like Arsenio was like, well, why are you talking about me? Because like I'm a player, you know, in the late night game. But yeah, no, Arsenio Hall's cool. He was also in Martial Law with Sammo Hung. All right. There's a really funny Peppa Pig where Pedro Pony's like, I'm going to do a magic trick. I'm going to make this water disappear. Close your eyes. And they close their eyes and he just drinks the water. Roscoe's is excellent when done right. I've had some negative Roscoe's too. That's how it goes. Alright, you know what we're going to do? Let's play some Alpha 3. Screw it. We're going to play games that I'm good at. Alright. My shirt from the Adam Levine collection. You know what store I really love that's not around anymore? Kmart. The Cortland Kmart was awesome. It had cool clothes and a Little Caesars built into it. It was literally like the best place to go to. And everyone, like, nobody understands how good Kmart actually was, especially the Cortland Kmart. Alright. Ooh, you played the first Darkstalkers. No KOF? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hold on. We'll play some KOF. Okay, let's play some KOF. Hold on. Alright. We will... I think we're going to get the most KOFs in one spot on the Neo Geo Mini. So we'll actually pull our camera over here. Oh, here's the new... This isn't like new. This is like old. But this was actually my first HD TV. But it's got composite video on it. So many TVs now don't have composite video. I have like the old school interlaced composite video. And my new TV does not have composite video, and then everything else in here is like SCART. But I actually have the progressive video to actually play the PSP, so that's good. My living room TV does have the right video, but I'm not going to have like two 40-inch, 45-inch flat screens in here and leave my family with nothing, so. Because I'm that good of a person. Right, Jean-Claude? Yes, I am. Or there you go. See, Jean-Claude Van Damme. He says yes. All right. We are going to... What's the situation with my... Okay. Yeah, okay. So the Neo Geo Mini actually has a special HDMI in... because it's actually got like a micro HDMI. And I'm kind of like nerdy about buying the highest quality HDMI cables. Although I always buy these like gold-plated monster 4K ones. And the one, like the micro one that the Neo Geo Mini came with was kind of, I don't know. I didn't think it was as good a quality, so I bought a special HD converter, and I'm knocking all my mini consoles around, so that's no good. Alright, and now, where is our plug? Right here. Alright, there's that, and... Gateway goes on. Neo Geo goes on. And we'll position our camera like so. You guys ran out of chicken in the middle of the day. That's terrible. Okay, let's position this like so. Alright. Now, if we don't play KOF 99, we'll definitely play like one of the 2000s ones. Did I accidentally start a game here? Why is there no audio on this? Oh, is this not on? Turn the speaker on here.
Powering on.
Yeah, there you go. Ah, get out of here. Too bad Diego's not here. He's always asking to play Metal Slug games. Neo Geo Mini is really nice. KOF 90. No, no 99 on here. Let's play some 2000. I have 99 on Dreamcast. I know I've got 99 on Dreamcast. So do you get a shrimp plate with double slaw and a drink? Yeah, basically. I always think Saturn has got the best controller for fighting games. The Neo Geo controller is really good. I like it. The Neo Geo Mini gives you a really nice controller. People bitch about it not having the clickies, which would be nice, but it's really not like the end of the world here. Not to have it. I'm gonna hit the lights, and I'll be right back. Let's position our camera just a little bit extra here. Hang on, I'm gonna grab the phone for a sec. I'm just trying to get the phone stand to be a little more level. There we go. All right. Team play. I think my favorite thing about this game is that it's got Dan in it. Another Robert. It was on one of your streams that I said I hate dishes where I have to pull the tails off shrimp. So, yeah, I don't like pulling the tails off shrimp. Oh, man. Nothing against first-person shooters, but this feels so much better. This game looks so good on this monitor, too. Like, the Neo Geo looks pretty underwhelming on just a regular HD TV, but if you get it on a CRT, it looks really good. This is, this is like HDMI going to VGA, so it looks really good. The other cool thing about the Neo Geo Mini is you can actually make the screen fill up a 4x3, and the Nintendo's, you can't do that. I give my 1084S some love by hooking the Super Nintendo Mini up to it. Number one, because I just like that monitor and don't want it to go to waste, but number two, because I can actually stretch out the picture on that monitor with its settings, and that makes it so I can make the Super Nintendo fill up more of the screen. Because the thing about the Super Nintendo Mini is, like, you have games like Mario RPG that were really made to be played on CRT, because once you get it, like, super pixelated, which I actually like, it's something against that, but, it looks much sharper and smoother on a CRT set because the kind of technology they were using was made for that. So it doesn't look as graphically impressive. There's Mai inviting the male gaze. I never really understood that aspect of like women's studies. I mean, unless you have like some creepy stalker or something like that, but like I never really understood the like, oh, like people like will now make fan art and like American video games that have like, I think a lot of the time intentionally unattractive women to try to avert the male gaze, and it's like I mean, do you like you do know where babies come from, right? People have to procreate, you know. Like, men can't be happy. I don't know. I have like a minor in women's history because I had to get 2 minors. And I mean, they never really talked too much about the male gaze in class, but we did get the whole taking seriously the charge that all men are rapists, which was completely insane. But it's an insane class, so there you go. The sky. I mean, I just don't even want to get into it because it was just the amount of just rabid, baseless ideology that, you know, was clearly substituting the vacuum that, you know, rejecting religion creates, you know? There's another, like, big irony within academia where it's like, you know, we don't want to be ideological, but there's so much information, you have to be ideological to be able to function. I don't think the falls are on... Wait, I don't think the tails are on ours. Wait, what? My best friend's brother is an indie wrestler, and he took that one suplex from Joey Ryan before. The one where he grabs you, that's fun. And it wouldn't be fun to do. I'm actually friends with some indie wrestlers in Cortland, and you know they've actually, you know, I'm trying to think of like the biggest people they've worked with. D'Lo Brown, when he was in the Aces and Eights, gave my one friend the lowdown. I mean, he's not like a really good friend. He's like a nice acquaintance. So that was like, you know, the highlight of my friend's career. That was when the Aces and Eights were really hot, too. Aces and Eights, that was such an underrated storyline. I mean, you know, Eric Bischoff is really right when he says how much damage dirt sheets do to the wrestling industry, because, man, it was just the relentless shitting on TNA from those people. And when it was at its best, and like then, you know, eventually they got their way, and now TNA can't sell at a freaking Ottawa cafeteria. But they're like, oh my god, it's so good. Like, oh, well, you know, no one's watching it, so congratulations. I mean, I'm sure TNA is good. I can't see it because I don't have Access TV. And you know, they've alienated, you know, a lot of their talent, you know, went to other places. But I'm sure the product is better than WWE. Like, I don't even think that's. I mean, the product, TNA, I've pretty much always preferred TNA to WWE, but there was a point where I just stopped watching. I stopped watching, even trying to watch TNA once, like, I don't know, like, they started, like, pushing Sami Callihan and put the belt on Tessa Blanchard. Like, after that, I was just kind of like, I have no interest in even keeping up with what the hell is going on. It just seemed really weird. Like, they were just, like, throwing crap at the wall to see if it would stick. I know, dude. I haven't watched it in a long time either, because like I think it's turned into like crazy minor league, and it's not on easy to watch TV. I watch TNA on Pluto TV a lot, but what I watch are like the Asylum stuff and the Hulk Hogan, like, you know, I'll watch like 2003 to 2012 stuff, you know, like when it was really good. But, I mean, I was a huge... TNA was easily my favorite show out of, like, U.S. stuff when it was on. like really up through when it was on Pop TV. But it really peaked when Hogan was there. After Hogan left, it was a downward slide. But when Billy Corgan came in, it was really good. But I just like this mantra of stupid people like, oh, fire Hogan and Bischoff, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, Hogan and Bischoff killed TNA. It's like, dude, no, I mean, like, this is the deal. First of all, that's not true at all. At all. Like, TNA's highest ratings and I think its best product was when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff were there. I think Aces and Eights was the hottest storyline in pro wrestling. It really got a lot of people excited. The Joker's thing was cool. Hogan was cool. They had the best roster on the planet. They were getting over 1 million viewers a week. It was really, really good stuff, but it just got shit on nonstop. Really, I think because WWE had a PR team that was on the internet, and then like the Smarks all hated Eric Bischoff, and there were a lot of WWE fanboys. And I mean, like, it's not to say TNA was perfect by any means, but it was like really good. But it just had a hard time getting momentum, number one, because it just always had that kind of number two to WWE situation that it was in, where they were getting a quarter of what WWE's audience was, and it was just, you know, it was a struggle to build an audience, especially when wrestling is at a relatively down period. But the other thing is, like, it was hard for them to build momentum among fans because the internet just kept shitting on them constantly. I mean, now the internet just praises AEW, which is easily my favorite wrestling promotion, and I love it dearly. But they're worse off than TNA in terms of ratings, you know? I mean, they're right. I mean, they would be getting similar ratings if it wasn't for them going up against NXT, which is just splitting the ratings. I tried watching NXT last week. I couldn't get through an episode. I didn't even try to watch NXT this week. And it's like, it's nothing against it. I don't think it's that good. Trying to get my super move on here. And what I'm doing is I'm just squandering situations here. I gotta stop screwing around here. Andy's a weird fighter too. There we go. It's Blue Mary. Are you ready? What is King's super move here? Is it this? Trying to figure out the King's super move here. Sorry, guys. Ah, well, she's knocked out now. Oh, it's Takuma. My least good Art of Fighting guy. Man. Will you give me some room to breathe, please? There we go. The Haosho Koken got us over the difficult times. You should talk less. It would do you a lot of good. Well, not on live streams. Not a fan of dead air on a live stream. My whole thing is, like, if you're streaming, find something to talk about. Or, if in the absence of something to talk about, put on an infomercial. Really do a service for your viewers, you know? Get them, like, the Ron Popeil food dehydrator, spray on hair. You know, one of the funny things I do for my students is, like, I will put spray on hair on just to screw with them. Because I do this one lesson where I'm trying to, like, show the kids, what is my... Oh, I'm trying... Okay. I'm, like, trying to show the kids how to, like, sell the colonies to people in Europe. And so, like, I use infomercials as a model. And so, like, I make my own homemade infomercials with spray on hair. And I literally, like, went out in a freaking blizzard my first year teaching to buy spray-on hair. And, like, I have literally no hair. Like, I shave it, like, you know, shave. So there's, like, no follicles for it to stick to. So it just builds on itself, and then you got to be really careful not to move, or it will literally just get all over the place. But, yeah, you try to do that, like, once a year. Put the spray-on hair on for fun. You know, speaking of spray-on hair, you know who had, like, the freaking best spray-on hair is Hulk Hogan. Because what he would do is he'd use it to make the perfect bad guy stubble. It was just amazing. Hulk Hogan's, like, spray-painted beard is, like, the coolest thing ever. He looked like a psycho bad guy. It was so cool. I also liked when he would go and film movies and shave his mustache, and then he'd come back, and he would just have a whole face full of shoe polish. And he pulled it off, man. It looked really good. He just looked like an insane, evil, vain lunatic who had all the power of Hulkamania, but wielded it to fuel the NWO. Ah, man, I missed my super move. I am Zawina. I heard that, like, people, like, the kind of crazy woke people on Twitter are mad about the new Call of Duty game because it's anti-communist. Like, where have you been? Like, I have a minor in Soviet history, and one of my focuses in college was Marxist intellectual history, which I found very interesting, and had a degree of sympathy for. A strong degree of sympathy for, although I'm a Catholic, but like the U.S. has always had anti-communist pop culture. This isn't new. Like, what the hell? I mean, have you seen anything from the 80s? Have you seen a James Bond movie? Have you seen the A-Team? Have you played any other video game involving the military? Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? One good thing about the King of Fighters is just the nice amount of story that you get here. Which I haven't been playing, enough attention to because I was rambling about the over-politicization of first-person shooters, because we started out playing first-person shooters on this stream, and then I just was like, I gotta play a fighting game, so. I mean, it really is interesting seeing this game and then Vampire Savior, because they're both beautiful games that came out around the same time, but, you know, the SNK style of graphics, it's like they kind of logically developed how Street Fighter 2 looked. Whereas Capcom went in a completely different direction and just did really phenomenal anime graphics. So it was like an anime that you would see on TV, just, you know, turn it to the side and have them play, you know, turn it into a fighting game, you know? Whereas this, it's just they did so much nice detail on these 3D-ish 2.5D, you know, animes. Yeah, anime is the style for sure. I won. All right, but it's anime. It's got more of a realistic use of shading and light and shadow. Both are beautiful in their own ways. Oh, man. Here comes King. I just thought Bao was kind of an odd character. You know what I got today at the drugstore? Sweet corn Pringles. My wife and son really like them. I'm kind of like, this really tastes like corn. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like, I don't know. Imagine eating corn on the cob in potato chip form, because that's what it is. And I don't know. To me, it's just a little weird. It's like when you're watching Willy Wonka and he puts steak in a piece of bubble gum or something. Like, you know, I don't know, man. Like, it's an awkward taste to have in a chip. No, second eye. Some drunken kung fu here. I really would like it to get us to... We gotta get to 400... Well, not 400. We gotta get 5 more subs so we can get to 800 subs. At first it was 4 subs. I was at like 796, and then I checked today and I'm at 795. So someone apparently either got tired of my channel, or, you know, YouTube is just doing screwy stuff. I have no idea. Who would get tired of this channel? No one. Because everything on it is of just such immense quality. And if you don't agree with that, you know, you need to be canceled. I'm going to send a mob to your house. This is a really funny meme. It's like a Simpsons meme. And it's like, if you're debating leftists online, please, hide your address. I cannot stress this enough, people. Oh, that's cool. When you lose, they have the character saying what they did wrong, or like some kind of like, they've got perspective on the situation. Oh, what is that game that guy's from? That kickboxer game? Not kickboxer, it's like a grappling game. Hang on, I'm seeing what Rogue Drums is saying here. Well, yeah, it says corn in a chip. It's not like it says chocolate and broccoli. Yeah, I don't know, man. Actually, chocolate broccoli sounds really good. I mean, it kind of would defeat the purpose of broccoli, though. I definitely want to get the Sega Astro City arcade cabinet, though. I bring that up because, you know, it looks a lot like the Neo Geo Mini, but it looks like it's actually being made with the same material as the cabinets, and we'll have micro switches. But I do think that, you know, the Neo Geo Mini gets unfairly dismissed for not having the micro switches. Like, the micro switches, again, are good, they're nice. It's lazy that they didn't put it in, but, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. The controller feels like a Neo Geo controller, it's just that you don't get the clicking when you're moving the thumb pad around. Which is weird, because even the Neo Geo Pocket Mini had the micro switches. Nah, it's not a Neo Geo Pocket Mini, it's Neo Geo Pocket. Neo Geo Pocket Color, which I have and is great. I wish I could get that with a video out so I could actually review some games on it. Because, you know, Sinister likes to, you know, vent his frustrations about SVC Chaos, which he is going to use his high-powered connections to get me on the Neo Geo. But the SNK's first effort was on the Neo Geo Pocket, and it was really good. Match of the Millennium, I think is what they called it. What? There we go. I guess it'd be too early to say it's over. By far, I'd say. I thought so. It's beginning... Well, something about this beginning of the end. Huh? A ceiling? When did we get planted in the ground? Greetings. Who are you? State your name, villain. They call me... Zero. Zero, eh? It fits you. Oh, you're such a joker. You know we've met before. That is, I've met you. I know. It's when you slew Chrysalid. He's resisting. You impersonated him. I'm Master of Disguise, so masquerading as Link's clone and took over. Neutralizing all these obstacles was the fastest way to realize my plan. Text is going a bit faster. It was a way to obtain the Zero Cannon. Stupid, all you had to do was rub us out. You simp. Yeah. You're addicted to women on Twitter. Not Twitter, Twitch. You're addicted to women on Twitch. You simp. There's a whole, I don't know, SNK, one of their translators, really likes to use the term rub it out, which, some people with the mentality of a 7th grader might find amusing, but, for them it means, some kind of hitman situation. And not of the Bret Hart variety. You know what I do? I always what I do in my free time is I always fantasy book Bret Hart and WCW, and it's could I have done this better? And the answer is yes, but I do think Bret Hart was underrated in WCW. The problem is they didn't understand, Eric Bischoff will say things like, oh, well, I wanted to use him for Thunder. And then they did nothing with Thunder, and it's okay, well, if you're not going to do that, then you need to pair him with Hogan, because just letting him languish makes absolutely no sense. And they're oh, well, he wasn't drawing in WWF. It's well, that's because you were kicking their ass with superior writing, you know what I'm saying? It's you've got him, use him properly. Not enough villains in video games have mustaches. I didn't even know what that super move was, but it definitely knocked me out. Sotare. They really should have put Art of Fighting 3 on this. Underrated game. 2 is just, 2 is, beautiful game, and I like it, but you have to exploit the AI to play it on one player. So with this game, it's a very, very challenging game, but I'm playing it like a fighting game. I'm doing my moves, I'm looking for openings, I'm going back and forth, I'm jumping toward guys. The Art of Fighting the Art of Fighting 2, it's just jab your opponent nonstop before the computer figures out what to do. That's how I beat the game. And you need to know how to do special moves as well to kind of pepper your strategy with, but it's just a lot of forward jabbing with characters with fast hands. Yeah, it was a mistake to choose King. I'm not as good with her on this game. Well, maybe I am, I just don't have all her moves fresh in my mind. Almost at the end of the game. King Lion from Savage Rain. Interesting choice. It's good when the enemy has a cape where you can tell the majority of the game's budget was spent animating said cape. That should do it, right? I guess not. Ah, come on, I almost had him. The problem was I was trying to summon a King Lion, so I wanted to see what his move would be. So in Art of Fighting, there's like 2 ways to do your Hurricane Kick. Dude, this guy's like crazy chip damage. You can either crouch down and like hit forward, or you can just do the regular Hurricane Kick, and it varies by game. And I know this isn't even this guy's final form. Wow. Well done with the SNK Boss Syndrome right there. We'll give this a couple more tries, and then we'll call it a night. Getting a little tired, and it's not out of the question in my mind that I'm going to try to start my next comic book page. Deadline is the 1st. It's the 26th. Man, this dude's got like ridiculous damage here. I'm playing him on like 1/3 health. His moves pretty much, you know, 2 of them put you at 1/3 health. He fights a lot like a character from Evil Zone, the way he's got that trap he slides across the ground. That was a common move in Evil Zone. Part of me is tempted to choose Terry Bogard, but... What the freak? Can you even block that thing? Nice touch with the falling chandelier. Dude, what the freak, man? There. Well, at least we got something done. Do I at least get to have full health? No. You get to fight this guy with the same amount of health you ended that last fight with. Almost none. Get ready for a new world order filled with Hulk Hogan and Raptor people. Alright, Hydern, stepping up. Yeah, look at Takuma with the Kamehameha right there. Alright, we beat the game. I actually thought that wasn't even his final form, but we beat the game. This game's got great music. It's interesting to compare this game to Vampire Savior. Great ending, too. Oh yeah, we beat it without getting a game over too. We did it with the stock 4 continues that come with all Neo Geo games. Now the cool thing about the Neo Geo Mini is that it kind of gives you a memory card built into it, so you get that memory card option of, oh by the way, do you want to save your game at the level of our incredibly difficult boss, so you don't have to start the game from scratch. So it basically just comes like that. That kind of reminds me a bit of Dan Fry. Or Tom Selleck. Take your pick. Data save. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Take a look at this. This is hardware from 1990 that's doing this, so... Alright, good deal. Well, gang, it is, we've been streaming for about 2.5 hours, a little less. It's midnight. So, welcome to tomorrow. And welcome to the end of another fantastic live stream. Or you can think it was a terrible live stream. I don't know. Definitely, we did try doing something a little bit different. We tried to do some first-person shooting. And it was what it was. And then we played some fighting games, and we beat both of the fighting games. So that's good. So, you know, we're kind of like 2 for 2. We suffered a bit for the first couple games, and then we knocked the last 2 couple games relatively out of the park. So that's good. So I'm going to wrap up this live stream. I'll be back in a few days for sure. Good night, my friend. Absolutely. If I don't come on in a couple of days, it's just because I'm working on the comic book. I'm hesitant to give a solid day, but you know it's definitely going to be in the near future. You know, so it might be a few days before the next stream because this is really the home stretch. If you're curious to see before I go, I'll you know. You might not care. I'll whatever. I'll just share kind of the progress because we've been doing that. So let's grab the last few pages of the comic. And yes, I will see you Friday. Get some Doug's fish fry here. So, this is the most recent page. So we've got the morbidly obese cat Mocha coming in to save the day. It looks like our main character is gonna die from this bio-android rat hopped up on failed batches of synthetic drugs and brutal medical experiments. But all of a sudden, the Slash comes in, and he's been cut in half. And then it's like, who? It can't be. And it's gonna be Mocha, his basically the house cat who pretty much who pretty much owns the house that our character boards in. So yeah, there's that. I should be taking your order. Cool. All right. Here's the page before that. Stuff is not looking good here. The main character is dead. Or not the main character. The main antagonist is dead. So that's a thing. Because he basically fell into a propane tank right there. So, and yeah, he was kind of a jerk, so it's okay. And then, the mutant rat people are, kind of going to town. Hulk Hogan is getting eaten by Pokimane, so that's good. Hero is desperately struggling. His friends are in trouble. And here's the rat person, he looks like Hank Hill from King of the Hill. Here's a Vanilla Ice attacking Kojak, and then Pokimane going after NWO Sting. So that's a thing, where dreams come true here. Here's the exciting situation here. Are you my dinner? Something like a nice awkward comedy there. So yeah, there's this is kind of a text-heavy page. It's basically this character just explaining his motivations for unleashing the insanity that we just saw. Here's some action pages. This is see that this would be the normal ending if this was a normal comic, but it's not. It goes completely insane. All right, so there you go. There's the comic. I just wanted to kind of share that with you. If you care, if not, whatever. It's all good. But yeah, just part of the live streaming is just sharing interests and kind of going off the beaten path a little bit. Plus, I like to have my channel be a combination of video games and comic stuff. So cool. All right, I'm gonna take off. I'm sure you're all pretty tired. It's 12:30, so either go watch some other fun videos on YouTube, watch some fun random TV, or go to bed. All right. And until next time, I will see you in the very near future for exciting live streaming and random video fun. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.